Hi there and welcome to another session of accountancy for the 12th standard with me, Vishwanath sir. We are basically at analysis of financial statements where we know that you are doing a new type of balance sheet and how different items are put in different places. So let us take up a few here and come to know what are the subheadings and the headings under which they fall. Okay, so we'll discuss that and as we carry on further, a few things more. Name the subheads under the current assets as per the Schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013. So the current assets are basically divided into, one is current investments, inventories is basically stock, trade receivables which consists of debtors as well as bills receivables, cash and cash equivalent where there is cash account and bank account, short-term loans and advances and other current assets. So repeating again, the Schedule 3 of the Companies Act classifies the current assets into 6 main parts. Number 1 is the current investment, number 2 is the inventories, number 3 is the trade receivables, number 4 is cash and cash equivalent, number 5 is the short-term loans and advances, and number 6 is the other current assets. Okay, so these are the subheads of the heading current assets for you. We go to the next, name any 5 items of tangible assets. Tangible assets are whichever you can touch. So 5 you can tell, land, building, plant and machinery, vehicles, furniture and fixtures and so on. Okay, so name any 5 items of tangible assets. It's land, building, plant and machinery. You can put equipment, the computers, so on and so forth also. Okay, any 5. Then the next question is name any 5 intangible assets. So there is goodwill, brand, trademark, computer software, mining rights, licenses and franchisee. Okay, patents also. So any 5. So only choose 5 out of that. Next is list 5 items under the head non-current investments. Okay, so this is a very minor thing, doesn't come often, but let's just discuss. So it could be investment in property, investment in preference shares, investment in mutual funds, investment in equity and investment in debenture or bonds. So investment in preference shares, mutual funds, debentures, equity shares and preference shares and investment in property. Okay, so this comes under non-current investment. It's done with the intention that it will stay for a long period of time. Next, list any 5 items under inventories. Inventories basically stock. So you have got raw materials, work in progress, finished goods, stock in trade and loose tools. So repeating again, 5 items which come under inventories. One is raw materials, work in process or progress, finished goods, stock in trade and loose tools. Okay, so these are the 5 items. Then we have got name any 5 items which come under current investments. Now current investments, we have already discussed this earlier as non-current investments, so it is almost the same, but it is in a short term thing like investment. Here you will not have investment in land or property, then the investment in equity, investment in preference shares, investment in mutual funds, investment in debentures and investment in government or trust securities. Only thing, the word investment is property is replaced by investment in government or trust services. Okay, fine. From here we go to the proper classification of certain items. Under which category do they follow? Office equipment, of course it is a fixed tangible asset. Loose tools will basically come under inventories. Goodwill will come under intangible assets, fixed assets which are intangible. Trademarks also fixed assets which are intangible. Bills receivable will come under trade receivables. Debtors also will come under trade receivables. Land will come as a fixed tangible asset. Building, again fixed tangible asset. Stock in trade will come in inventory. Stores and spares, again that is in inventory. Furniture, that is your fixed tangible asset. Vehicles, again fixed tangible asset. Advance to subsidiaries, advance is basically it is like a loan or a long term for a long term purpose. So advance to subsidiary basically would be a long term loan and advance. Okay, cash at bank, that is cash and cash equivalent. Cash in hand, again cash and cash equivalent. Work in progress machinery, so this is capital work in progress. Okay, capital work in progress for you, so that means an asset is being built up. Plant, fixed tangible asset. Interest accrued on investment, so this would basically be something like your current assets. Okay, other current assets in fact, and deposits with electricity supply company would come under long term loans and advances because our deposit is lying with them. Okay, so these were certain items under the assets of Schedule 3. Now we go to the Schedule 3 Part 1 where we of the Companies Act, where we are trying to classify the main head and the subheading. Let's go to the first item, that is mortgage loan. So mortgage loan is a non-current liability. Okay, so basically three things to tackle, which is very easy in the liability. Non-current liability, and it is a long-term borrowing. Patents is a non-current asset. Okay, fixed intangible assets. Okay, fixed intangible assets. Investment, again non-current assets, and it comes under the head non-current investment. General reserve, it comes under shareholders funds, under reserve and surplus because they are accumulated from the profits. Bills receivable, current assets, it will come under current assets, and it will come as trade receivables because that and debtors along with trade receivables. 10% debentures is basically a non-current liability. Why? Because we have to repay it, so it's a long-term borrowing. It's for more than 2 or 3 years or much more. Fine. So from your from this particular question, we go to the next one, and we have to classify under where they come. Example, tax reserves. The tax reserves comes as shareholders funds, and it comes under the reserve and surplus. Interest on calls in advance, it is a current liability. Okay, because you have to pay them. Interest on other current liabilities. Stores and spares, it's a current asset. Inventories is the main head. Then premium on redemption, it's a non-current liabilities, other long-term liabilities. Loose tools, current assets, inventories. Balance with bank, current assets, cash and cash equivalent. Okay, so from here I go to the next subheadings where they ask you what is a subsidiary reserve. A subsidiary reserve basically will fall under shareholders funds. Under shareholders funds, a further categorization of a subhead is reserves and surplus. Mining rights. Mining rights is a non-current asset. It's a fixed intangible asset. Provision for doubtful debts would basically be a current asset. Okay, and it is reduced from the trade receivables. Fine. So this was these three items. Let's discuss a few more ones. Accrued income. Accrued income, the main head is a current asset, the subhead is other current assets. Okay, repeating again, accrued income, current assets, and the subhead is other current assets. Then we have got loose tools. Loose tools is current assets, it will come under inventories. Provision for employees benefit, non-current liabilities, and it will come under long-term provisions. Unpaid dividend, it will come under current liabilities and other current liabilities. Then you have got short-term loans, which is again a current liability and it's a short-term borrowing. Long-term loans, non-current liabilities and long-term borrowings. Okay, so this was certain items here. Okay, let's go through a few more items quickly, which has appeared in the 2014 question paper. Capital reserve, the subhead, they've asked for the subhead. So it comes under reserves and surplus. Bonds, long-term borrowings. Okay. Loans repayable on demand, that is short-term borrowing. Vehicles, fixed tangible assets. Goodwill, fixed intangible assets. Loose tools comes under inventory. Okay, so please make an attempt to get these things done thoroughly, okay, and revise it again and again so that you master what comes under current asset, non-current investment, current investment, non-current liabilities, reserves and surplus, and so on. Okay, thank you so much. This is Vishwanath sir signing off.